breakfast this morning?
I don't know, but whatever it was, I need to keep doing it and share something with me. That was crazy. 10 for 10.
Those legendary performances in rivalry games kind of just etched them in the history for how cool is it that now it's like, oh, that was a good amount of that.
I mean, it's dope. I'm happy for him. I feel like everything happens for a reason. Unfortunately, he went down by he did everything he was supposed to do to rehab and come back strong as ever. So, I mean, this is a great game for him. I'm just happy.
What are those minutes like when he's not in? You know, it seems like it's tough. Travis comes in. You guys got some time in buckets, but obviously it's not as good. You guys are going to have to work through those issues with her out. How do you guys need to be better without him in the game?
We just always got to have the next man up. Obviously, we know what the core 5, core 6, whatever that is in the court. But I mean, we have a team full of great players, so it's just stepping up and just always being ready to play.
Otega, as great as Lamont was, y'all were up 5 with just under 2 minutes, and I think you scored 8 of the next 10 points. What allows you to, which you also did against Duke, what allows you to close out games like that?
Just being aggressive. Obviously, the game was close, so I mean, we couldn't just hold the ball and wait, because if we did, and they get the ball back, they could score, and it's even closer. So, you know, just trying to keep the foot on the gas. And then for me, I was a little quiet throughout the game, so I just want to keep on being aggressive. Really.
Your offensive game has been better than advertised. What's allowed that to develop?
I mean, I keep working really. It's kind of all the stuff I know I can do, and there's still so much more I can do too. But you know, just keep on putting the work in and being confident on the things I work on this summer.
How does Kentucky Louisville compare to Bedlam?
I don't know. I don't even put that in the same category. Really, this atmosphere was crazy. Just warming up, I'm looking. It was like 40 minutes before tip, and it was 2 sections already packed. People already here, so you know, obviously Oklahoma Bedlam, it was a big rivalry, but it's like there's tears too. It's crazy.
And then afterwards, to see the fans like that again, what was it like to go out there and see the big ovation?
After every game, they're always waiting, but you know, this was a rich tradition where there's a lot of history behind it. So, you know, just being able to celebrate with them is huge, obviously. And I'm just glad we got to know.
Thanks, Otega.
Thanks.
Otega, sometimes in a rivalry, teams get a little chippy, and that kind of takes away from the actual play of the basketball. But it didn't happen. It could have happened after the bench thing, but it never happened this game. Why would you say that was the case today?
I mean, the rest was doing a good job of trying to keep it calm, and I kind of wanted it for real, because obviously rivalry, you want to be physical, you want to battle, and do all that. So, I mean, the rest did a great job of just keeping everything under control. But I mean, there was definitely times that stuff could have happened for sure. I mean, that's all easy, but you know, just got to keep the main thing, just trying to get the win.
Have you always been the dagger in the games like you've been here?
I don't know. I'd say either a dagger or I'm starting off hot and it's one of the others. So it wasn't like that throughout the game. I was kind of quiet, so I was just trying to cement myself really.
What do you think of your letter from Michael Kidd to the Gophers?
It was cool. Obviously, Jersey boy. You know, just trying to relate and just tell me how personal this game is really. And I mean, that whole project, the whole idea that they have was huge. But I'm just grateful that we have greats ahead of us that can share some knowledge and that are always watching.
Does that resonate with you guys? What they do?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, like every day is something like that I would just always remember for the rest of my life. Really, like this is a game I'm always remember. The stuff leading up to it, like obviously the mini documentary, I'm always gonna remember. So, I mean, just being a part of Kentucky is so many things that's gonna happen day in day out that you just always gonna remember.
How crazy was it watching Lamont do what he did after being out for so long?
Movie, like, I mean, I'm playing the game, but I'm just watching it. 10 for 10, 6 for 6, crazy. I mean, whatever he did for his name, you gotta keep on doing it right now, because I was watching the game for him.
Otega, you mentioned that this is going to be a game you remember like for the rest of your life. Going down the stretch and ultimately like winning the game, aside from all that and getting the win, what would you say your favorite part of today was, like leading up to the game or playing it?
You said leading up to it or playing? I don't know. I would say during the game, probably just that little scuffle in the middle, because you know, obviously like momentum, like those are big momentum swing or changes right there. So I feel like that was just a big one for us, just because obviously BG had got kind of pushed into their bench a little bit, so we just had to respond. And I feel like we did a good job. After that, we played a pretty solid defense for the rest of the game, and also we got out and scored some buckets. So I mean, that was kind of one of my favorite parts, because I feel like that's something that people are going to remember too, is that little scuffle.
Otega, what did you see on the big steal at the end? The game was kind of hanging in the balance, I think.
Yeah. I saw that he caught the ball, and he was about to. Oh, my bad. I caught the ball, or he caught the ball. He was about to swing it, and he didn't really.
Yeah, I can't just watch, man.
Distracted. My bad. What was the question?
A big steal when the game was still hanging in the balance.
Yeah, so he caught the ball. He was gonna swing it. He wasn't really looking at me. So plays like that, I just trying to jump in, and I did. And I just saw a wide lane. I was trying to freak it, dunk that thing. So
I got a quick question. Recently with OG Fortnite game released, have you been landing Moisty Meyer or like?
I don't play for it. I don't play games.
All right.
Whose question was that, bro?
Where does this rank? Where's this rank among the most memorable games you've played in your career?
Shoot. Top 2 for sure. Top 2, yeah. I mean, 1 and 2 are interchangeable. I feel like I always got to go with our PCM championship, always number 1. But this one, it's right there.
Why do you say that? The environment, or
which one?
Why do you say that? The environment, the tension of the game. Why is this?
Yeah, everything. The environment, tension, obviously the history behind it. It just means a lot. And obviously, wearing Kentucky blue and being out there it was huge.
And just what kind of energy did you get from that poster, like just minutes into the game?
Yeah, it was just a rush for real. Like I feel like that's kind of set the tone for how the game's gonna be. Like, we want to play fast, be aggressive, just keep on going at them. Coach does a good job of saying we're just gonna keep coming at them. So we're huge in transition. We're always trying to get out and run, but plays like that always set the tone.
Coach Polk talked about you always being present, and talked about that at the end of the game, that you're always there. Then he went on to tell a story about you going to class and being present in an early morning class and nobody else was there. Can you talk about that? And he said that you may share that video later.
Yeah, you know, student athlete, right? You got for class, we're gonna be on the court. So obviously we had just had our morning shooting. And then there was like, make sure you go to class. Got you. Go to class. I'm there early. I'm there like 5 minutes early, maybe even 10. I'm waiting for a little bit. I'm like, all right. No one's there. Lights dark. So I'm just waiting, standing there. I just videotape because obviously I don't want no one to say I didn't go to class. So I just had to get my proof. But I mean, you always got to be attentive.
Could you get a sense of what this meant to Coach Pope kind of leading up to it and during the game? He's lived it as player and coach.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just grateful to be able to play for a coach that he's been on the other end of it as a player, so he knows everything that we go through and like what we have to do on a daily basis. So, you know, obviously it's huge for him because he played in it and now he's coaching it. So, I mean, we just want to keep on going out there and play as hard as we can for him.
I'm sure you've been asked this, but talk about Lamont Butler's performance coming out after not having played for 2 games and putting up 33 points.
It's huge. Like, you're saying it sounds crazy. He had 33. Like, it's huge because obviously Lamont is pretty much the engine that makes this car go, I would say. The point guard is always such a huge leader on the court, and when Lamont can come out there and defend at a high level, she always does, and then score as well. It's like it just helps us out a lot. And obviously we missed in the past 2 games, so I mean we're just thankful that he's back healthy and ready to go.
He's not the tallest guy. He's not the most explosive leaper. How does he get downhill and finish?
Because he's fast and he's strong. Like, I don't know if y'all see it when he's playing, but he's like his first step is very fast, and when he gets by, he just puts that shoulder and you can't get back in front. So, I mean, he's not taller than anybody, but I mean, he's strong and he got heart. So, that's always better than something being taller or not being taller sometimes.
What did you think of the atmosphere tonight?
I mean, it was huge. Obviously, the crowd did a good job of just always being involved. Whether they were going on a run or we were going on a run, we always heard the crowd. So, I mean, we always feed off and stuff like that. So.
It also seemed like every time that they made a little bit of a run to try to close the gap, you guys had an answer. What does that say about this team?
I mean, we're resilient. That's what basketball is. It's going to be ebbs and flows of the game, ups and downs. But we just always got to respond. And Coach Pope always preaches that, like, just respond. If you're frustrated, put all that energy into just trying to respond on the court. So, obviously, when the teammates run, you just want to focus on the next possession and having a good possession instead of focusing on their run.
Compared to what you heard about the rivalry beforehand, now that you've had a game, how do you reflect on how intense it was?
It was really intense, obviously. I mean, I'm just glad we won, really, because we know what comes behind this whole rivalry. And obviously, there was a lot of people talking this whole time leading up to it. So, just finally just playing that game and being on the right side, which is the column. I mean, we're just excited.